weekend we were going away with friends who have a house in the bush. It's about 2 hours out of Sydney, 3 hours in Friday afternoon traffic, of course. I was in the Mazda CX-8, which is the new 7-seater that Mazda added to its lineup this year. It only comes in diesel. I drove it with my family for 7 days to find out how it worked. The CX-8 is smaller than a CX-9 but larger than a CX-5 and fits into a sweet spot for families who want a bigger car than a 5-seater but don't want to be driving that full 7-seater. We got to test the 2 extra seats in the back when we wanted to go into town on the weekend, but we only wanted to take one car. I could fit everybody in here. We piled 4 kids into these 2 rows. They were so happy to sit in here, and my friend and I were in the front seat. Space in the back is pretty good. I'm 161 centimeters and I could fit perfectly fine back here. Even my 175 centimeter friend fit back here when her son had a bit of a meltdown. You'll also get 2 cup holders and 2 small storage areas back here, but no air vents. So this weekend the car worked exactly as it was meant to, as a big 5-seater with 2 extra seats in the back when we needed them. The middle row was quite large and fit my 2 children aged 5 and 7 super comfortably. They had no complaints on the way down, barely any bickering caused by sitting too close together. They also love the armrests with 2 cup holders and a tiny little storage spot here. You'll also be able to get a 3rd child seat in the middle. It will be tight, but it does fit. But this car actually has 5 top tether points. So the 2 seats in the back also have top tether points. These 2 have ISOFIX points. So you will be able to move your kids around to give them some breathing space. Not all cars have this. And the boot is really big, especially if you're upsizing from a regular 5-seater. You will notice and appreciate the extra boot space. We fit in 2 weekender suitcases, lots of food, bags of wine and beer and gin to be consumed in the afternoon watching the sun go down over the trees. With all 7 seats in use, the boot shrinks, but you'll still be able to get in grocery bags and school bags. And with all rows folded flat, it really opens up and you can hide out in here if you get sick of all the kids on your long weekend away. Driving in the CX-8 is lovely. It's super smooth, really easy to drive, handles really nicely, and the steering is spot on. I feel completely confident driving it a few hours out of Sydney. It's a good size to make me feel safe with the kids. It has a 2.2 litre twin turbo engine, which was heaps of power to get me up hills and around town, was great on the open road. We also ended up driving a fair bit at night on those small country roads, but the headlights on the CX-8 give great visibility and everything was really clear. Parking is relatively easy. My friend was amazed that I could fit into a park that she couldn't get into with her Range Rover Sport. It could have been my excellent parking skills, but I'm going to credit the car. There is a reverse parking camera, a 360 parking camera, and a front parking camera to help you out. It does have just as big a turning circle as a large 7-seater though, so you'll have to polish up on your 3-point turn skills. From the outside, it looks pretty good. For a 7-seater, it's not too boxy or chunky, still has that sleek finish. The understated grille at the front gives it a premium feel, and I reckon it looks much more expensive than its price bracket would suggest. This is the top of the range Asaki though, which comes in at just over 60 grand, or almost $15,000 more than the lower trim level of the Sport. For your extra 15 grand, you'll get Napa leather seats, which do look and feel amazing. They're also heated, and the outer 2 of the back row is heated as well. You'll get a leather steering wheel, which feels lovely. This trim is actual real wood. You get a Bose stereo and a bunch of other stuff, but still, 15 grand? There's a really nicely designed center console area with a high gloss finish, plus this soft leather look dash. You'll get a head-up display which shows you how fast you're going, plus the speed limit of the road. And look, it really does feel premium in here. There is loads of space in the front. Both my 185cm husband and I had plenty of leg and headroom, and we were able to switch drivers easily with power-operated front seats. But it's missing a sunroof. There's a 7-inch touchscreen, which could be bigger actually for a car this size. It has Mazda's own multimedia system, which includes Bluetooth connectivity, a sat-nav, digital radio, but it's missing Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, that will be available very soon, Mazda assures us, and it will be able to get retrofitted if your car doesn't have it. But the audio is great. Turn up the music, you'll appreciate it. The CX-8 hasn't been ANCAP tested yet, but you will get airbags for driver and front passenger, plus side curtain airbags that extend all the way to the back row. Plus you'll get fancy new safety technology like auto emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warnings, and recross traffic alerts. The Mazda CX-8 Asaki was a pretty fabulous family car to take away for a long weekend. It fit all of our stuff. We had lots of room on the inside, plus there was the 2 extra seats in the back. It drove superbly, and I felt completely confident with it on the open road. I gave it a family rating of 8 out of 10, just taking points off because there is that rather large disparity between the trim levels. My children gave it an 8.5 out of 10. They love being able to fit their friends in the back. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or click through to our website.